multitasking. Doesn't seem like I was getting a lot of viewers. People were staying for like 2 seconds and scrolling through. So I'm thinking maybe I will focus on the live stream itself rather than walking around my yard showing you all my plants. If somebody comes in and chats, awesome. If they don't, that's okay. Practicing talking into a video screen. It's all a learning process, right? So decided I'm going to do this live stream every Saturday morning. Early in the morning, it's cool and it's nice in the yard. And I guess I'll learn as I go, just talking about my plants, talking about gardening. If you tune in and you're a gardener too, any tips or tricks or questions or comments are most welcome. I love learning from other people and sharing with other people what I've learned. I've been gardening for 3 years, and I've had most of my success with Sun Gold cherry tomatoes. They are monsters in the garden. They love to grow. They're hard to kill. They don't really get a lot of pests, and they get like buku tomatoes, like forever until like through November here. So they're my champions. They're my heroes. I love the Sun Gold cherry tomatoes, like especially since a lot of other things I've tried to grow have been unsuccessful or died. Tried runner beans. The runner beans, they grew up to where they flowered. They get really pretty red flowers. And then I don't remember what happened with the runner beans, but they died. Try cucumbers. Try growing them from seed. Try growing them from seed inside. Try growing them from seed outside. All but one ever survived, and that's trying to grow them for 2 years. Out of planting like probably like 20-30 seeds and trying to grow cucumbers, I ever managed to grow 1 cucumber plant and get 1 cucumber. Not 1 cucumber, maybe 3 cucumbers. So I'm still working on learning to grow healthy, hardy cucumbers. Lima beans, I successfully grew a huge trellis with beautiful lima beans last year, but they got hardly any actual lima beans on them. So I'm going to try my hand at lima beans this year again, and hopefully maybe fertilize them different or plant them at a different time to see if I'm able to get more actual lima beans. We planted corn last year, and the corn stalks grew, and they looked beautiful up until a certain point. But we didn't know anything about growing corn. We planted it in a straight line. Apparently you're supposed to plant it in a square so that it pollinates. The pollen gets on all the little like silks to get corn. So we only got like, they grew up to a certain point and they looked really nice, but then they didn't really get corn. And the couple cobs that they got, like our dog Donnie got them, and the corn ended up just being chew toys. Donnie got adopted out. He was the most beautiful dog. I don't know what he was, like a combination of a husky and a lab and a golden retriever, maybe. Most beautiful dogs. I've got videos of him. But he loved the plants in the yard. Like last year, he got my pepper plants. He got our corn stalks. So funny. We have these trees in the back of the yard, these big trees, and every year, I'm trying to move the camera, these big trees, and every year we have gusty winds and storms, and big old branches and small branches and all kinds of stuff falls off those trees. So in the back of the yard, we always have like branches and debris. Well, darn if that dog didn't get every single fallen branch from the back of the yard and bring it to the front of the yard and put it all like in front of our steps. So we had all of these branches that he moved from the back of the yard to the front of the yard, dumped at the front steps. I don't know what he thought he was doing. If that type of dog was trained in generations past to collect firewood, that would have been a cool trick. But he did that, and we cleaned it up, and then he came out one day expecting all the branches, all his hard work to be there, and they were all gone. And he like did a double take and looked at us and looked back, and look, he couldn't believe that we moved it. And like undid all his hard work of branch collecting. He's a wonderful dog. I miss him a lot. Donnie Dog. He went to live with some wonderful people in North Carolina. Um, I didn't find him a home. He was always supposed to get adopted out. We found him and his brother and sister as puppies, like really little puppies, like dumped, like in my neighbors in our yard, and nobody claimed them. So I had him the longest. I had him for about a year, just because I didn't find an adopter that I thought like was the best family for him. And like we already have 3 dogs, and one of our dogs is aggressive, so she has to be separated from the others. So it was really just too much having 4 dogs, and don't make a lot of money. So 4 dogs for vet bills, 4 dogs for dog food, separating them in different parts of the house so that everybody's peaceful and happy. And he's a big dog. He just deserved more. And I was thrilled, like I prayed about it really hard. And he got the most amazing adopters. They're from North Carolina. They adopted off of off of Adopt-A-Pet online. And they had this big, beautiful house with a wrought iron fenced yard, and it backed right up on a lake. And they had a dog that looked just like him for many years that had passed recently, and they were ready for a new dog. And I could just tell he was going to have the best life. It's such a cool dog, and I miss him a lot. But I'm really grateful that I think the people who adopted him are going to be like, that was his family, you know? So there was that. But yeah, he made last year. I didn't care that much. Like, the dog's more important than the gardening, but he did like to eat all the plants. So that was his pastime. That and playing in the hose. Let's see what else. I got off on a tangent there about Donnie Dog. Oh yeah, the corn. So the corn grew up to a certain extent and it looked really cool, but we grew it in a line. It didn't get properly pollinated. We didn't really get any corn, and then the stalks died. So we're going to try corn again this year. I think it's a little too early to plant it, but hopefully we'll have better results. Then what I planted new this year are sweet peas, which so far they're progressing and they look really nice. They're starting to get flowers. I understand from reading that they like cooler weather, so I planted them early and they seem to be happy so far. And I tried to grow these last year. These are like these runner beans. They're like these big black beans. Yeah, you like the seeds? Thanks. Thanks, Liz Farmer. Yeah, I hope they actually get seeds. Some stuff I've planted like grows up and then doesn't get what it's supposed to get. So, and I'm learning. I don't monkey.